Today on the show,
I left my stomach in San Francisco.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. You down with ASG?
Yeah, you know me. What's currently grinding our gears?
And of course, we bring you our Bays of the Week.
Welcome to Happy Fun Time Sports, presented by Dodgers Nation. Be sure to visit DodgersNation.com for breaking Dodgers news, opinion, and analysis, and FRG. I am Kevin.
Yeah, you know me. I am FRG, the aforementioned. Isn't that great?
That's amazing.
Isn't that special?
How are you liking being an official writer now for Dodgers Nation?
I know the words. I know the best words.
You do.
They are tremendous words, a lot of people tell me.
Tremendous words.
I know, that's fun. I feel the rust of it, but,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
That
Make
is
sure
analysis.
if you're on there.
That is analysis. It is what it is.
It is. That's great analysis. That's hashtag analysis.
Yeah.
Make sure if you're on Dodgers Nation to look for articles written by this guy.
Yeah.
They're pretty mediocre.
Which might be a step up. I don't.
Yeah. That's better than usual.
And you're actually, unfortunately, you won't see me on there as FRG because, you know, damn government.
Stupid
Still my baby. So look for one of the Clints. You
Yes.
guys pick which one. Pick which one you want.
It's the fat one.
Damn it. Who told you? I thought it was hiding it so well.
Let's get started.
Yes, it's the lightning round where we bring you some of the news and highlights from the week of April 13th, which
Friday.
just so happens
The
to be
13th.
Friday the 13th. Wait, is that the right one?
I think
Or
it
is
might be.
No. I don't know. I'll
No,
figure
that's the
it
Twilight
out.
Zone.
Welcome to the Twilight Zone, the 13th. So the biggest news outside of, you know, actual games being played and all
Yes.
that is the Dodgers were finally awarded the 2020 All-Star Game, which is very exciting for us
Absolutely.
because it's been 40 years.
Yeah, it was literally 2 years before I was born. Oh my
40.
God, wait a minute. Oh no, it'll have been 40 years in 2020. My bad. I'm like,
Yeah,
hold on.
yeah, you're
I
a
am
little
not
bit
38 years old. Yeah, but the last time we
But
had
you
it,
look terrible either
I
way.
do. I look about 90.
We're very proud of you. He doesn't use any sort of foundation. So we are working on a very special campaign. If you'd like to tell us all about it.
So there's a big campaign going that we're starting already, so we generate enough momentum to really get this guy into
Thrust,
the All-Star
too.
game. Really,
Thrusted
a
momentum.
lot of thrust and a lot of PSI to get this guy into the All-Star game. And so this guy has been playing for a long time. He's an absolute legend, but he's never made an All-Star game. So that's why we are doing the hashtag FRG for ASG campaign. Vote FRG.
Vote FRG. You know me.
Fat Ryan Gosling. We're going to get him into the All-Star game in 2020.
I'm the guy you
Assuming
want
that he
there.
hasn't dropped dead of some sort of heart attack by that point.
I mean, well, for me, 33 is coming up this year, and you know that's the cutoff date for such legends as myself and what John Candy and
Yes.
Chris Farley, my personal hero and hoagie expert. So yeah. And very important for me too. Stadium renovations will be happening beforehand, as heard from Stan Kasten, and
Which I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see what the next stadium. So I actually went to a game this week. I went on Tuesday, and you know the stadium's nice. It's fun. I actually went to a win, so that was cool.
One of the few.
One of very few this year. But I do like that Kenley Jansen did ask for a better bullpen. If people are going to be in my home bullpen, please make us look better, Stan. So I think that's fun. That's fun. It'll be a thing.
Yeah, well, one of the things I actually like about
analysis
Dodger
of thing.
Stadium. Yeah. But one of the things I like about Dodger Stadium, which is interesting, and then we'll move on to the next topic, but is the fact that our bullpens are actually enclosed. You're not right out there on the field where you might get beamed in the head.
Yeah.
You know, accidentally. So I like that our bullpen pitchers, despite not being good, are protected. So that's nice.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah, I like that. Down with the sickness.
Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na.
Wood and Bellinger poisoned in San Francisco. Is this a coincidence or a nefarious plot by the hated ones to take down two of our okay players?
I'd say scandal
I say scandal as well.
for sure.
Scandal AF. Escandalo.
You know that there's not going to be any fresh sushi in San Francisco. No.
No, there should be. It's a water city.
Poisoned, clearly. I'm looking at you, Brandon Crawford. This summer, Taj Mahal in the ring. You and me, brother. This is going down. Never trust a Brandon.
I like that. That's very true. And in retaliation, I sent a Dodger brand motorbike to Mr. Madison Bumgarner. It's very, very loosely put together. So take a ride.
I think actually it should be the bullpen cart. This one we see here. Yeah. Tommy Lasorda drove it to him personally. He's honestly, all right. Like, I love Tommy. I love me some Tommy. Stay alive for another 700 years, please, Tommy. But do you also just kind of get that feeling that Tommy's actually kind of part of a Weekend at Bernie's thing already?
Oh yeah, he's not alive anymore. Yeah, there's no way. He's
Poor
being
Tommy.
propped up by Joe Davis and Rick Monday. So,
well, if Rick Monday's going to save the day,
True.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I should say he's the right guy for it.
True.
Moving on, as the world turners, a quick update, as we did talk about it last week, that Turner was allegedly going to swing the bat this week. Well,
and he's back, right?
Yeah, and he's totally back. He's starting at first today because it's easier on the wrist, I think. No, he did not. He was feeling some soreness in the wrist, so he did not start swinging yet. They say hopefully next week, but it's one of those things that's going to keep pushing the timeline a little bit back, which is why they were avoiding a timeline all to begin with, so they didn't have to keep answering the questions of when is he coming back? You said this date. Why won't you return my calls? These sorts of things. Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well, in addition to that and our desperate need for lineup help, Mr. Andrew Tolles is tearing it up in OKC, which begs the question, is it time to make a move for Tolles and Paul George?
What position does Paul George play?
He is a small forward or a shooting guard. So I think we could use him. We don't have anybody at either of those positions right now.
We are pretty thin on forward and guard.
We really are. We really are.
I'm on board. Who are you giving up?
We're giving up, let's say, Jock Peterson.
To say you're going to go the Fraud Burts route? Just give up Jock Peterson and go get Manny Machado.
Absolutely.
As you would find on the internet, apparently, because there are not that many good FRGMs.
Jock Peterson, Matt Kemp. We could send him to OKC. Matt Kemp could play for the Thunder.
I can see him doing that for sure.
He played basketball anyways.
He got all those tips from Magic all those years ago, the first time through. So come on, help us out, Manny. That's what you're here for.
He might start dating a Kardashian. That'll definitely get him into the NBA.
Don't do that to Matt. Hasn't he been through enough? He played in Atlanta for like a year and a half. He's been through enough.
That's true. He has seen some things.
So one last topic I do want to talk about here. I'm gonna play Captain Save-A-Ho here.
Sorry, what is that?
I'm Captain Save-A-Ho because I'm trying to save a field, and you use a hoe on the field to save the field. It all comes together. I tell you, I know what I'm doing, my friend. Algin Sutton Recreation Center is up for a refurbishment grant. This is a park in central LA. I've only been stabbed there 3 or 4 times, but thanks to MLB and their Play Ball initiative, as well as Scott's Turf Builder.
Oh,
not sponsored.
Scott's. Buy it because it tastes like the real thing.
So Scott's has a field refurbishment program. So there's 2 reasons why I feel people should cast their vote and save, or at least help refurbish this field. 1, out of 4 fields, it's the only one in LA or in California. The other one's being in New Jersey, in Kansas, and in Indiana. So places we don't care about, and people don't really play ball. They play ice sports, I think.
Yeah, a lot of ice sports going on in Kansas.
They play Yuki-Gazin, I believe. But 2, and most importantly, it is my old home field, Algin Sutton. It's my old home field where myself and several others built like a pickup player league.
Kind of like a field of dreams for you guys.
Yeah, it was a field of nightmares,
like
for
a
sure.
Really crappy field of dreams.
So we built a large network, actually, that's still going today, although they're playing these days at Southgate. So Danny, you better be sharing this. Big time fan, I think. But yeah, they're still going strong. So go ahead and vote today at MLB.com/ScottsField. Voting ends April 30th at 12 p.m. Eastern, which is the bad side of the country.
And remember, Scott's Turf Builder. Eat fresh. So anybody who's paying attention to MLB as a whole, notice that there's been a bit of an uptick in fights this season. We had New York, Boston which was an interesting one. And that one's expected. The other one I was a little surprised about.
For real.
You don't usually see
San Diego and Colorado just throwing bows at each other. I mean, you see San Diego and LA and LA and Colorado and LA and
San Francisco,
the Clippers and all that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Some of the Lakers, right? We're still trying to get that forward.
Yes. But this was, this has been interesting. And so it kind of brings up the larger question of, is there any way to curb this? Is there any way to curb these bench clearing brawls? Is it just suspensions? What's the plan? And my thing is if you're really going to curb bench clearing brawls, we need to look to another sport that has done it brilliantly: hockey. We need to, if somebody charges the mound, they get 10 seconds.
We need a penalty box.
Yes, you get a penalty box. But, well, no, you're thrown out of the game for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You're thrown out of the game. Both of you are thrown out of the game. However,
I do like the idea of the penalty box, though. You lose your right fielder for like
I like it. You
couple
for
of
2 innings or something.
You just see Puig brooding in the corner.
Hey, it's 2 minutes. It's a 2-minute penalty. There's 2-minute penalties in hockey. So we have a 2-inning penalty in baseball. And so fighting is 5.
Okay.
So it's 5-inning penalty for fighting. But what you do is someone charges the mound, they have 10 seconds, and then they're pulled apart. And if they don't get pulled apart in those 10 seconds, they're suspended for 10 games.
I like it. I'm in on this.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob Manfred, step up. Like,
Let's get this going.
You're trying. Look at how much time these fights are taking away from the pace of play too, which is the biggest thing, which is the devil apparently if the game is played longer than
because there's
a half
900
an hour.
people on the field.
Yeah,
and that's not a
you
good
have
fight.
to wait for the bullpens to run in, and yes, sometimes like we said in San Fran, their bullpens are right there stupidly, but the other stadium you got to run further out. You get places like in Philly, you got to run downstairs and all that.
Absolutely,
these fights are dangerous for bullpenners.
Yeah,
so
Almeida Signs died of a heart attack one time trying to run from the bullpen. He was just hanging out in the bullpen, trying to run into a field. On the field.
Him and Wilson Alvarez. They were sharing
they were just
a sandwich.
Yeah, they were eating a hoagie, just kind of.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was romantic, and then it was super sad.
Incredibly tragic.
Get better, Olmedo Signs. He died of a killer tomato, I think it was.
He did, I believe that was. But that's for some of you older Dodger fans. But I think 5 inning for fighting, you give them 10 seconds. They just pound on each other for 10 seconds. Then we're all good, and the game continues. I'm in. I'm on board. You can go ahead and vote.
Let's do it. At MLB.com/ScottsFields. I think that's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah. No, not that. That's wrong. I mean, I'm getting word that it's the wrong.
I've named this proposal Algin Sutton. So go ahead and go there and vote for that one. Let's go. This is a new segment we're calling What Really Grinds Our Gears. We didn't steal that from any Fox TV show.
Totally came up with it. I came up with that graphic too on our own.
Absolutely. That is all ours. So let's start off with the biggest issue is we had a bit of a reversal of fortune here. We had earlier in the season, the bullpen was great, except for Kenley Jansen. Now the bullpen is terrible, except for Kenley Jansen.
Yeah. All of a sudden, so Jansen started putting together his sure the velocity's down, but the movement is getting there. Mm-hmm. He's getting closer to figuring it out. Wilmer Font. Mm-hmm. Yeah, boy, what's going on, man?
He's got the hangover from playing Fez on that 70s show, is what I'm thinking.
He just he has no out pitch, and I think he's never really had an out pitch, which is you need to put away big league hitters. I know, surprise, but he just looks cooked. As we see on the screen, as of yesterday when we're recording, or whenever this, I don't know what time is anymore, but 13.5 ERA. Mm-hmm. He's allowing over 2 runners on through his whip, so 2.182, and a 429 batting average allowed. I don't need to be a brilliant tactician to tell you that you need to do better, so just do better. Also, you're fired. For what it's worth, Yimi Garcia just started his rehab assignment, so he should be coming up hopefully fairly soon.
Oh, good.
And we could say bye-bye to the fantastic Font.
I'm just saying, I think he recovers. I think he pitches better. Starting tonight. Are we playing tonight?
Yes.
Starting tonight. Wilmer Font.
My font finder says no.
The Fantastic Four returns.
Outlook not so good. Another thing with the bullpen, I'm going to go on with more Scott Alexander bashing. Just a note, through his 5 appearances, he's retired 11 of 21 batters.
Hey, that's
not good.
That's a little more than half. That's not too bad.
Not good.
He's batting over 500. I'll take it, Scott.
I really need to drive home the fact that that's not good. just so you're aware. So
Seems solid.
So we had the A's series. Look, we actually won 2 games. So let's at least honor that. As we can see, I'm going to dance right now because I think I'm playing a song in the background. But
Absolutely.
we won 2 whole games in a row, tying our season-long winning streak of 2 games in a row.
I like it. This is a big one. High five.
Yeah, slap hands. So your boy Hyunjin Ryu
Yeah.
really walloped some taters.
He did.
That's what I don't know what that means, but he did well. Is what I'm trying to words to you. Is that he did well. I was at that game.
Caught some
pitched.
3-pointers.
Yeah,
that was.
He what was it? 4 2/3 no hit innings. He looked really good. Granted, it was the A's. A lot of people will say, "Oh, they're the A's. They're not that good." Well, you look at the next night. The A's scored 16 runs. So I'm calling this the Joe Davis factor. So Joe Davis, after the Ryu start and that win, he was on Twitter and he was pointing out that the Dodgers had only allowed 2 runs at Dodger Stadium through the entire year. Both of them to Joe Panic. The very next day, the team
Joe Panic joined the A's and hit 12 home runs.
Very next day, the opponent of the Los Angeles Dodgers, playing at beautiful Dodger Stadium in Elysian Park, scored 16 runs. I don't know what the multiplication is on that, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
So Joe Davis, what up?
Yeah.
Who you fighting?
Well, I have to say it's mostly Joe Davis's fault, but we miss you, Vinny. But also, Alex Wood is back to being terrible again.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Is he still poisoned? He was one of the guys. He didn't look terribly on from the get-go.
True.
Because he gave up the 2-run home run in the first inning to Chris Davis, who is a slugger.
Yeah,
no
granted,
doubt.
that happens. Yeah.
But and this fro is on point, by the way.
It's pretty sweet.
They had an image where his fro was sticking through his helmet, so it was beautiful.
I don't know. I'm liking the Matt Kemp 70s fro underneath.
He's getting there. It's
pretty cool. I kind of want to see him come out in bell-bottom pants.
This is
play
where
baseball.
like with that fro, Kemp would look great in the throwback Padre uniforms, like the brown and the mustard.
The old Garvey uniforms.
Yeah, he would just be like that, and you have him coming out to the oh, the wrong song, right?
That's a wrong song. No.
Speaking of my boy Kemp, so I called him out via the Happy Fun Time Sports Twitter a couple weeks ago, or however many days ago, and all of a sudden, your batting coach here, FRG, yeah, you know me. Kemp decided to take my words into account and do better, because I was like, hey, isn't your thing you should hit? Here, you see on the screen. And since then, he's hit 7 for 13.
That's pretty solid.
With a home run and a couple doubles. I was there at his first home run game, and he just missed one, his first at bat too. So Kemp's hitting 350 or something like that as of right now. Analysis, that's good. Earlier, you did mention Andrew Tolles, and again, we'll see the image we had up earlier. But I do want to bring up some of the disparity between Jock and Tolles. And for what it's worth, Thursday night, Tolles was held out of the lineup after a 4-hit performance the night before. So stats-wise here, we got Jock with an average of 143.
That's very Jock-like.
Not good.
No.
Just in case you were unaware.
Sorry, ladies of the Real Housewives of Chavez Ravine.
Yeah, they're trying to save him, but it's not going.
It's not.
2 hits and 21 at bats. Yeah, small sample size, but also it's a continuing pattern outside of the postseason.
Yeah.
Jock can't hit.
His sample size is his whole career.
He's also being BABIP'd a little bit, which is the batting average and balls in play. He's hitting 158, also not very good, but his isolated slugging, he's hitting under 100, so he's not showing any power.
Nope.
He's not getting on base. He's not hitting the ball, and when he is, he's hitting it at people.
Yeah.
All of these are things that are not helping the team to win the sports games.
Yes. Jock, let me know. I'll get you a job where I work. We'll just move you, transition you out of baseball. There's no reason for you to be taking up a valuable roster spot for guys that can actually play.
Yeah, and if not, I also know some people. Not my softball team, but I know some softball teams.
You don't want them on your softball team.
Yeah, definitely. But you look at Tolles. So Tolles also fairly small sample size, but he's 9 for 23, which is a 391 average, 4 doubles, and an OPS of over 1,000. AAA, but still, Tolles is producing. He's a spark plug, and he's something that's going to change the lineup.
And he's proven that he can produce at the big league level too when he wasn't injured.
So my kind of thinking is, how much longer can you hold on or hold out that Forsythe is going to hit? Mm-hmm. 2, Turner comes back. My idea, Turner third. One of your thoughts, Taylor at second.
Yes.
Tolles in center.
I like that.
Bay of the Week.
I believe in miracles. Way from
Yes, it is our Bay of the Week.
It's time.
It is time for that Bay of the Week, where I think we're going to go and let you lead off.
Am I leading off? Okay. So my Bay of the Week is maybe the greatest Bay of the Week that anybody's ever had. My Bay is actually All-Star Game version of Fat Ryan Gosling. Right here.
Where's my flowers? Do I get flowers?
You don't. Sorry.
I thought I was going to be Bay of the Week a couple weeks ago, and here I am today. I have so many people to thank. First off, I'd like to thank me.
Yes.
Because I wouldn't have done it without you.
Yeah.
Very intense All-Star game.
That was brutal.
It was brutal. That's what they always say. So I'm going with on my Bay of the Week.
Yes.
So Dennis Santana.
Go ahead.
Dennis Santana, a pitcher and the 10th ranked prospect in the Dodgers minor league system.
Yes.
He had his DM slipped upon, if you will.
He told me he wasn't going to say anything.
Not by you.
Oh,
This
okay.
time it wasn't you.
I mean, I didn't do that.
There was a young fella, as we see here on the screen. He was stricken with the cancer, unfortunately. Poor little guy. He's working, he's fighting. But the kid asked Santana for a signed ball. He asked for some swag, and Santana, being super cool.
I thought Santana played guitar, no?
Different Santana.
Ah, got it. Okay.
And not Santana either. But he sent him the swag. He sent him the ball. So
Awesome.
one, cool AF, and Bay AF.
True.
And that's been the show.
Yeah.
Like and share this video, and make sure you give Happy Fun Time Sports and Dodgers Nation a like on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, or on Snapchat, or visit HappyFunTimeSports.com. Be sure to visit DodgersNation.com for breaking Dodgers news, analysis, and opinion. We'll see you next week. Go Blue.
Bye, Felicia.